For the first part of it, had the worst experience of
Define.
my life. Terror.
Terror.
Absolute.
That sounds exciting.
It was, I guess, a version of that.
All right. What was terrifying? What specifically frightened you?
I experienced my own death a number of times.
Isn't that exciting?
I don't know.
Do you fear death now, that you now have died and are still alive? Did you lose your fear of death by going through that death so many times?
When I first came out of the DMT, no.
I
couldn't make sense of anything.
But now?
No.
You have not lost your fear of death. Do you fear to die?
I don't think I do anymore, no.
Well, that's what I said. And you said no.
But when I've come back here, I've experienced my mind is foggy. I have lost direction.
That is not because of the DMT.
What is that from?
It is from what you were afraid to face about yourself during the experience, and still to some degree hesitate to incorporate and integrate within your understanding of your total being. Because you see, the DMT does not last in your body. It is automatically and immediately absorbed because it is a natural element produced by your pineal gland all the time. In fact, it's the reason why you dream and go to other dimensions of reality. But being given that same experience to such a strong degree before you were really ready to understand what was happening didn't allow you to integrate the experience in an appropriate way. But the DMT itself, in that sense, didn't cause it. It simply opened up a doorway that was in some ways more than you believed you were capable of handling about the recognitions that were coming to you during that experience. But you are all right.
So there's no permanent damage, nothing?
No.
Like that.
It's all about the resonances, like the ringing and the echo of a bell once rung that you are simply experiencing now because that bell was very loud and you're still experiencing some of the echoes of what that bell put you in touch with. And you need to face those aspects of your consciousness and integrate those beliefs within yourself about your relationship to life, to death, and to yourself, and to your creative powers. Are you acting on your highest excitement in life? Hesitation usually means no.
Yes.
Are you just agreeing with me, or are you answering yes?
No, I had a business that I was wanting to be my higher excitement, but a partnership didn't work out.
All right, and now what are you doing?
Well, I'm in confusion, period.
And again, very exciting. But again, remember, when we talk about the idea of following your excitement, we don't necessarily mean it has to come immediately in the form of a lifelong project, a job, or a career. We simply mean at any given moment you have things that make themselves available to you that contain more excitement than something else and the ability to act upon them. That's all you need to do, is continue to do that. If you cannot see something that spans many years, at least act on what excites you the most in the next moment. And the next moment after that, and the next moment after that, and the next moment after that. And that's all you have to do to get back on track. And that excitement, like a thread, will lead you to more and more excitement that can eventually expand into something that can fill more time in your life. But you have to take some action. You have to take some steps. What is your trepidation?
Well, I guess it's some of my internal belief systems.
About what?
Well, I first of all realized I was hanging on to stories instead of facing a fear that I'm scared to do what I really wanted to do.
All right, well, thank you for that realization. And now that you've had that realization, are you still scared to be your true self and take action on your highest excitement? It's all right to say yes if you are.
Well, the thing is, I get confused over whether that is my highest excitement.
But you see, all you have to do is take some action on that direction. And if it really isn't representative of your highest excitement, it will show you very clearly that it is not. Remember that sometimes on your planet, people gain great clarity about who they are by actually taking a step in the direction of who they are not. So they can make the comparison and know for certain that that's who they are not, and thus then paint a clearer picture of who they are. So it all works out in the end anyway. If you treat it that way, if you approach it that way, it will all serve you. Because remember, excitement is the organizing principle in your life as well as the driving engine of your life. So even if there are things that seem exciting and they turn out not to be, or they could be exciting, but it's not the one you need to act on at this particular moment, the circumstances of taking that action will turn around in such a way as to show you what direction to move in if you're willing and open to use that experience in that way and define it as part of your path instead of an interruption in it or somehow a dead end. Make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Are you willing to use it that way?
Yes, I am.
Then we thank you.
And
you will apply your experience in that sense in a more positive way.
Yeah, thank you. I have my girlfriend is here also, and she's having a lot of trouble sleeping.
Oh, all right.
And I'd like
Maybe she is sleeping at an incorrect and inappropriate time for her biocycle. Many people on your planet do force themselves to be awake when they ought to be asleep and be asleep when they ought to be awake. Sometimes there is a more natural cycle than the one that society has imposed upon you. And if you are following your highest excitement and doing the things that are truly representative of your creativity, your natural cycle can reveal itself to you. And then you can find out when exactly it is that you require sleep and when exactly it is that you are required to be awake.
Is there anything else? She's in this room.
Yes.
Do you feel there's anything else that she, besides finding that rhythm?
Is there anything else? We are asking her.
What if I have bad dreams? Like, I deal with bad dreams.
Define bad dreams.
I just wake up with a lot of fear.
So you are afraid to sleep.
I guess on some level I am.
All right. I can guarantee you this. Nothing in that will harm you. All you need to do is ask for assistance with this, but you must also be willing to face what it is the dream is attempting to tell you about the fears you're holding on to that don't serve you. You understand? Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
Are you willing to act on your highest joy in life without fear? Or are you afraid that if you actually allow yourself to be who you wish to be, that something dreadful will happen to you? Oh, that was a heavy question.
I want to be my higher self.
Will you like to come up and talk about this?
Hi.
And so, what do you fear about being yourself? What do you fear? What is the worst thing you fear will happen? You see, this is one way to get a handle on your fear, is not keep it down, not suppress it, but actually give it full rein. Use your imagination. Let it go all the way. What is the worst possible thing, the most fearful thing you imagine might happen if you truly allowed yourself to be who you wish to be? Go ahead. What's the worst thing that might happen? Come on, use your imagination.
Rejection.
Rejection by whom?
I don't even know.
If you don't even know, then why do you care?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't even know, why do you care? But perhaps you do know. Are you fibbing?
No.
Oh, all right.
Then
rejection by whom?
Maybe the people I love most.
Maybe the people you love most. If you love these people the most, and they choose to behave in a manner that expresses the idea of rejection, do you not understand that that rejection is just a projection on their part of the parts of themselves they do not love? That they see reflected in you.
Yeah.
You see, when individuals truly be themselves, sometimes when they reflect that true self to individuals who are afraid to be them true selves, those individuals will resent it. They'll resent having their face put in that idea. And thus then they will reject you to keep themselves safe. So you can have compassion for them if they reject you, because you can understand the rejection is a projection to keep you away so that they are not forced to face their own fears. But if you know that, then you can simply have compassion for them.
Right.
Do you understand the difference?
Yeah.
This is how to label these things in such a manner that works for you.
Okay.
Does this help?
Yes, it does.
In understanding this, do you feel a little bit more inclined to be your true self?
Yes. What are some ways I can really get there quicker and faster and tap into
By
that?
being your true self every moment that you can. By acting on your highest excitement every moment that you can. By acting on it to the best of your ability and taking it as far as you can with absolutely no expectation of how it should result.
Right. No.
Just because that's the vibration you prefer is the only reason to act on your highest joy. Not because of what you think it will get you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So if you just do that every day, every moment of every day, you'll be doing exactly what you need to do, and there's nothing else you need to do. That's it. It's that simple. To be your true self, all you have to do is take the action on the things that contain the vibration of your true self. That's called excitement, passion, joy, love, creativity.
And what if at the moment you're confused?
Then
with
you're
the things
confused.
you
Enjoy
love?
your confusion.
Right.
Label it as something positive. Remember, co-fusion. You're connecting, you're exploring, you're examining different, apparently opposite or incompatible ideas, but that's all right. That's an exploration unto itself. You're defining yourself, you're guiding yourself. It's an opportunity to redefine yourself. And isn't that a positive thing?
Yes.
Then the sooner you define that confusion in a positive way, you won't experience it as confusion. You'll experience it as co-fusion. In the same way we said, the sooner you define the idea of going inside in a positive way, you won't experience it as depression, you'll experience it as compression, a very natural creative state. You just have to start using your imagination to define these things in a way that works for you instead of continuing to accept other people's definitions for things that don't work for you. You understand?
Yeah.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Do you feel freer in this conversation?
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that's changed is the definitions.
Right.
So when you change your definitions to ones that are more aligned with your true self, you will feel freer and you'll know how to behave and you'll know how to act and you will take action on those things that allow you to feel more free, that are expressions of your freedom. And it won't matter what anyone else thinks because you will understand that if you are really doing the best you can, and if you're really staying aligned with your highest vibration out of unconditional love for yourself, then you will be acting as an example for others. And if they reject you, it's just an opportunity for them to be as strong, be as brave, be as courageous, and see in you an example to get in touch with those things within themselves that could also allow them to experience a life of joy as you also have chosen. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's the most loving thing you can do for them.
Got it.
Does that help you?
Yes. Thank you.
Then sweet dreams to you.
Thank you.
At this timing, we will allow you to take a very short break. We will resume this transmission to guide you through a meditation with your holotope experience. All right.
It's helping people to communicate better between themselves.
All right. Well, thank you for following your excitement.
And I have the feeling that this functional food is helping us to communicate better with you.
It can. Again, it's a permission slip like anything else.
Yes.
It will work for some individuals in that way. Other individuals may need something else. But in general, the concept of food on your planet is one of the overall collective automatic agreements that you've all agreed, generally speaking, to play with. So there will be certain similar results for all of you, at least on the level that you've all agreed food will affect you.
Yes, I understand that.
All right. So thank you for playing with that particular archetypal idea within the collective agreement.
Okay. Also, this is a different subject.
Oh, all right.
I remember that I had a physical body on planet Earth when Jesus was here, so I had the opportunity to meet this entity when he has his physical body here.
All right. And so how do you use this information? How do you apply that energy and that knowledge in this particular incarnation?
Yes, I'm going to tell you.
Well, thank you.
Now I have some spiritual guides with me, and one of them is Kabir. And I would like to know if Kabir is the same entity as Jesus.
No, of course not. Do you understand what the Christ consciousness is?
Yes, I understand it's not a single person.
It is the collective consciousness of your entire reality, expressed through individuals. Now, the guide is connected to some degree vibrationally with the Christ consciousness because that's your focus. Therefore, that vibration serves you for it to be connected in that way. But it would be a misinterpretation to say it is Jesus. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
But the vibration is connected to the collective consciousness you refer to as the Christ consciousness, or the Buddha nature, or the Krishna spirit, all the same thing.
Yes, I understand that.
All right.
Okay, also, what do I need to do to be able to go exterior and visit your ship?
Buy a ticket. That ticket is a particular frequency.
Okay.
If you will match that frequency, which we have given all of you from time to time, and truly focus on it, you will find more ability to connect in more ways with our civilization's vibrational signature. That phone number, as you call it, again, is the black equilateral triangle against the black background, separated from the black background by a deep blue light emanating from behind the black triangle. Focusing and meditating on this particular vibrational image, this vibrational symbol, will start to align your vibrational signature more and more strongly with our particular dimension of existence. Thus, then, you can simply allow from that point forward synchronicity to play its part in allowing you to experience whatever it is you need to experience in perfect timing. But remember, any such agreements, in a sense, and any such appointments, in a sense, have already been made. So you don't need to really wonder or worry about them. If you have made an appointment, if you have made an agreement to have such an experience, the only way you can miss that appointment is by spending time worrying that you'll miss the appointment. If you just get on about your life and live your life to the fullest, acting on your highest excitement, your life will unfold in the way it needs to unfold, and any appointment you have made will be met in perfect timing. So you don't need to have to worry about it or wonder about it at all. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Why, thank you.
I love you, Bashar.
Our unconditional love to you as well.
Good evening.
And to you, good day.
The same to you.
Thank you.
This is my first evening here.
This is my first evening with you.
Yes, and I'm loving every minute of it.
We are loving every nanosecond of it.
Thank you. I may ask a question that has already been answered, but
That does not matter.
okay. I'm definitely going to have to buy the DVD and hear this a number of times.
If you insist.
Yes. You talked about going higher,
Yes.
and like you said, everything we've ever learned about going within has always been down, 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 and I agree. So I guess hypnotherapy's out.
No. You just have to understand what it's actually doing. Even though you are told that you're actually going deeper, what hypnotherapy can actually help you do is go higher. You just have to ignore the nomenclature and understand what's really happening. Hypnotherapy is actually relaxing your focus in physical reality and allowing your consciousness to expand to higher and higher levels, even though people may be using terminology that says you're going down, you actually are going up. So it's not that the tool itself needs to be abandoned, you just need to have a different understanding of it when you utilize it. You follow?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Excellent. And also, I've been experiencing a lot of depression and,
Compression.
okay, compression.
Why did I change the definition?
I'm not quite sure.
Sure you are. How does the definition depression make you feel? Depressed. How does the definition compression make you feel?
Confused.
All right. That's actually beneficial. That's actually beneficial because what is confusion? Co-fusion. You are unlocking from your previous definition, but you don't yet know what definition you're heading toward. You are co-fused.
Okay.
This is what it's all about. You must understand this is the most important principle about physical reality experience manifestation. How you define your reality is what you experience. Literally, because all things in physical reality are fundamentally neutral. They have no built-in meaning at all. You are designed to give life meaning. You are designed to give meaning to different circumstances and situations. That's the gift, that's the power you have been given by creation as a co-creator. The meaning you give to something determines the effect you get out of it. Again, this is just physics. It's what we call the third law of creation. What you put out is what you get back. It's just like a reflection in the mirror. Physical reality is, in a sense, a mirror. And if you see in the mirror that your face is frowning, you don't go over to the mirror and try to make the reflection smile. The only way to make the reflection smile is for you to decide to smile first. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So if you define the experience you're having as compression instead of depression, you'll understand that it is actually a very natural response to when you cannot find the answers out there, you go to where you know they are, in here.
Yes.
So you withdraw, you collapse to the 0 point, the neutral point. And when you thus then from that neutral point redefine yourself, and finally know what the answers are that you seek, you re-emerge, you re-expand as literally, not metaphorically, literally a new person. You understand?
Yes, I do.
And so, when you go through that compression and then go out to the expansion and are a new person, that means that that person has a completely different vibration, and a completely different reality, in a completely different parallel universe. You understand? And that means that that person has a completely new history and a completely new future. Completely. Literally. Make sense?
It does.
Now, the only question is, are you willing to believe it? And thus, then, by being willing to believe it, as we said last night of your time, the reflection, the mirror, our word in our ancient language, Ili, I-L-L-I, mirror, reflection. Look at the center of the word willing, I-L-L-I, reflection, willingness to allow yourself to know that this is true for you will allow you to experience that it is true for you because that's the definition you give it. Why will it show you that when you give it that definition? Because there is absolutely nothing in existence that can contradict you. You are your own universe. You-niverse. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Is this helping?
Yes, it is.
Are you sure?
I'm working with it.
Oh, all right. Is that fun?
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
it is.
Thank you.
I'm trying to absorb it.
You are what?
I'm understanding it. It's sinking in.
Oh, all right.
I want to ask another question, and you might have already answered it.
We will see.
Higher.
Yes, higher.
Suggestions of going higher. And I mean, I pray.
Excitement, joy, love, creativity.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, I do.
Passion. Those vibrations. Excitement, passion, love, joy, creativity, happiness. Those feelings is your body's physical translation of the vibratory signature that represents your true core, natural, higher vibratory self. So anytime you act on things that contain that energy, you are allowing you to follow the compass needle that points to your true magnetic north. You understand?
Yes, I do.
That keeps you on the path. That's why excitement is the thread you need to follow, not how it looks, not the form it comes in. The idea is that does it contain the highest excitement? Is it the most exciting thing I can act on with the best of my ability at this time with no expectation of what's going to happen? If the answer is yes, do it. even if it seems not connected to anything else you think it's supposed to be connected to. Excitement is what lets you know it is connected, and it will lead you to every other circumstance synchronistically that also will allow for more expansion of your excitement and give you the ability to see the opportunities, because you cannot perceive what you're not the vibration of. So if you're not already that state, if you're not already willing to be happy just because that's what you prefer, you will never be capable of actually seeing the opportunities a happy person would see. They'll be invisible to you, because only a happy person can see opportunities that are on the happy level. You understand?
Oh, yes.
It's just physics. Really, really, it's just physics. It's all resonance, it's all vibration, it's all frequency. That's all it is. Match the frequency that you prefer, express it in whatever way it represents itself in your physical reality, usually, as we say, as excitement, passion, joy, creativity, love, so on and so forth. Make sense?
It certainly does.
Does this help you?
It certainly does. And thank you very much.
Thank you.